Hello there folks, my name is Great Mighty Poe, and welcome to part 151 of Elden Ring Reforged Master Mode. Oh boy. Okay, so we're gonna head down to that forest this time, which is going to be, well, not fun. It is gonna be absolutely miserable, and I'm probably gonna hate it. But oh well. It has to be done. We've got to do everything, because that's how I am. Noble trousers, and then Celibus's hat is the good Deathblight one, if I remember correctly. Which I cannot find his hat. There it is, the Preceptor's big hat. And yeah, Wingsword Insignia, I'm sorry, but we don't need offense in this area, we need defense, so we need Prince of Death's Pustule. Awesome. I think we can also craft the revitalizing white cured meat, which is the one that lasts for quite some time. Not too sure what the exact duration is, but it does last a while. So I think we'll craft some of that just to sort of help us out a bit, because Deathblight is going to be a bit of an issue going on down here. So that was sort of why I did Shadow Castle, was to get some blight extract, because I knew that would be helpful. Plus, also, I didn't want to do this area because this area fucking sucks, but sure. What else are we short on? Gory, okay. And also, we're gonna need more Blighted. I just noticed that wasn't very much. We need to use more of these. Yeah, another 10 of those, and I guess 40 of those should be decent. Can craft us up 6 more to go as a total of 10 to use whilst in this area. They boost our vitality obviously less compared to the other ones, but they just give it a higher duration, which is good. We're still going to have a few basic enemies to deal with like that, but that's fine. Can hear the coffin already. Gonna need me in a coffin by the end of this. So, welcome to Worm Faces. The lesser kind. You can see that just, you know, that's their reaction to being under you sometimes, is they'll spit Deathblight on you. You kind of want to get them into their melee mode, where they're not using the Deathblight, they're just using their stick to try and whack you. Story Glintstone Amulet. Successive attacks restore FP. Interesting. A small chunk of purple glintstone, once part of a well-worn necklace. Successive attacks restore FP. In days of old, wondrous colours of glintstone were fashioned into the glintstone crowns of past conspicuouses. Conspicuouses? I don't know. Over time, such lustres faded, and dissenting views of the arts were brought low. Awesome, so that's a pretty interesting talisman. That's definitely a new one. Awesome. And yes, they give poop. I don't know why they give poop, but they give poop. Kind of disgusting, but they're disgusting creatures, so, like, makes sense. If you see them doing that attack, they're gonna do the Deathblight Rain you see the big worm face do. So, yeah. Oh, they can drop withered twigs. That's interesting. I don't think I've got them in the Codex yet either. I need to get them in the Codex. I forgot about Codex. Got focused on killing them. I'll make sure to put the next one in the Codex. It's kind of our goal here is just to wander around and kill as many as we can before dying. There we go, worm face unlocked, lovely. These woods are just kind of hard to navigate because they can be a bit foggy at times. But, we'll be fine. It looks like our meat is still going, which is really good actually. I'm really happy with how long this is lasting. It's really good. Well worth the ingredients, I will say. This is where we get the evil slugs. I say they're evil because of their spit. Their spit is unique. And yes, they are worm slugs. So their spit works kind of like the crab spit. It slows you down, makes it so you can't roll, all that various stuff. So yeah, it's kind of scary. Particularly when you've got worm faces around, it can lead to very quick deaths. So I recommend being careful with these slugs, because they are in a couple areas in these woods. Looks like our meat ran out, so we'll pop another one. There we go. Yeah, didn't manage to get that off before they spat on me. Yeah, I'm just gonna run. I don't want to be in the area when they do that. That's a very common attack of theirs, is to spit Deathblight forward at you. It can... Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. I just wasted one of those. Whoopsie! That one is a very common killer, because it stuns you very well, and if you get multiple of them, you can get stunned into oblivion. Obviously a spot here for gold fireflies, and I guess if you're insane, this is a pretty decent spot. There's a grace like right up here, and there's a spirit spring right there, so if you're on torrent, I think you should be okay to get them here, but I wouldn't recommend it personally. I think getting them in Limgrave, in the areas of Limgrave where they are, is probably a little bit safer, and less likely to result in you getting Deathblitten. It's interesting that all the rest of the life in here seems perfectly normal. It's just the slugs and the worm faces that are being changed by the Deathblight, which I guess is because of the whole Godwin and him being in the roots and all that fun stuff. I wonder if the worm faces were Dominulans who came down to the woods and did something with the Erd Tree or something. And so now they're, like, well, the minor Erd Tree, like they used its sap or something and some kind of like Erd Tree ritual thing. And they got turned into worm faces, so the rest of them went against Erd Tree worship because it turned the other ones into worm faces. Yeah, that's my headcanon. That works. You won't see me sprinting too much in these woods. I like to be pretty careful. That was an aggressive boar, in case you were wondering. That rock looks out of place and I don't know how to explain it. Oh, that spot down there. That's a fun spot. That's got 3 of them all around a circle. It's very fun. They just sound sick more than anything. Like, they don't sound evil in any way or anything like that. They just sound like they're sick people. And I think, like, drinking water that's been contaminated by Godwin or something like that is probably the reason why. Ow. You know what I need a mod to do? Just one of the overhaul mods, I think Convergence could probably do it, is just add a 1% chance to have Owl Father spawn if you kill an owl. Oh, I got him before they did it, by the looks of it. I was quite surprised there wasn't anything raining down. Looks like my meat... No, my meat's still good, actually. I thought my meat ran out because I took a big burst there quite quickly. So the best way to deal with this is to lure them out one by one. Obviously, they love to spit, so they're more likely to spit at you, but they will eventually come close. There we go. That's one. Let's get this one's attention. Get them over here. Spitting through a tree, of course. Can't be these enemies without glitching out in some way. They take more damage when hitting them on the head as well. So weapons that have vertical stuff, like the greatsword, are really, really good against them. Great axes as well, because great axes have their vertical moveset. There was something else I was going to mention as well. Yeah, the reason why they're so much more dangerous than Basilisk is Basilisk Fog doesn't stagger. These guys do stagger with their projectiles, so you end up staggered into death blight clouds, which is why they're so much more dangerous and why they scare me so much more. And they were guarding 2 butterflies. I know, it's so amazing the loot you get, guarded by some of the most dangerous enemies in the game. Like, I like picked up nascent butterflies in other parts of the game, they're guarded by like the land octopuses or whatever, and it's like, another owl. Need to keep killing these because I need them in the codex still. At least I think so. I can't remember actually, but I know I need their eggs, so yeah. I'm gonna hold off on eating a meat until I actually see some. Oh, we got the ring around the rosy over there? Yeah, I think we got the ring around the rosy. So there's a scarab. Somewhere in there, oh yeah, there they are, I can see them actually. And then there's like 6 worm faces wandering around them. I have no idea why this is a thing. But these 2 here they just wander back and forth. Best way to deal with 2 worm faces is to not Like, if I have to just run until one of them gives up, or is so far away that they're no threat, I will do that. That's how you gotta play it. Just be uber careful, and they're not too bad. I say that, and I get spit on. Oh, I hear the other one. He's caught up again. And there we go. That's those two. I do have to say this area has a really good atmosphere. Like, it just feels really ominous. Music really helps with that as well. It's just a really bad feeling area. Like, you're just not meant to be here. I'm gonna do my little trick of swinging to try and lure this one out. Away from his friends. The other two seem to be stuck inside each other for some reason. Come on, buddy. There's a good worm face. God, they fall back a little bit further than you expect, and so it's really easy to just miss. Materials. Oh, golden roller. I'll take that, definitely. I just don't want to aggro the scarab, because if I aggro the scarab, then I have to chase the scarab. Okay, there's a boar there. I thought the boar was going to come and try and murder me. The boar seems to not want to murder me. I'm hoping the other one will turn around, or one of them will turn around and leave, and then I can just get the other one's attention. But unfortunately they're really sticking to each other, so not much I can do. I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, that's the range you're kind of dealing with worm faces. It's a bit insane. Okay, that's that one. And now it's just you, mate. I think it's best to just R1 spam them to get that bleed. Alright, there we go. We're doing really well, actually. I'm quite surprised, but I have fought these guys hundreds of times, I think, at this rate. I mentioned it very early on in Altus, I think. It's level 5, okay. But I sort of set a challenge for myself, and it's to clear these entire woods in essentially one go. And clear every enemy out without losing my runes, as a challenge. Of course, that normally doesn't work out very well for me, but hey, it will surely work out this time. Now, you kind of can't see him because he's a little bit camouflaged, but I can definitely see him. He's hiding behind a tree there. I think he noticed. Yeah, he did. Gonna get out of his range so that he has to come to me a bit. There we go. And obviously this is where the tower is, but this is the one that disappears on you. So... Touch 3 Phantom Chris. Yes, the Mirage riddle, which gives you the map. I think, yeah, there's that gravestone, so we were looking down here before. So... Yay, not looping back on ourselves. Any boars in the codex as well, so any of them I kill, I will definitely take that chance. Another Spirit Spring here, in case you want out. Which is understandable. Like, I think this is evidence here that they were once human. Or whatever America's people are, which I think is some form of human. Because, like, Mourning at a Grave, there's Nicholas Ali, like, yeah, they clearly were someone who had feelings. And hey, look, a single nascent butterfly, guarded by just one. I'm not sure what the ratio of guards required is, but it's apparently a lot. Now, I wonder, are these imps in the codex? I forget if they are or not. Yes, they are. That's right, they do spawn infinitely in the snowfield at that one tower. So that does make sense. Cool. I want to make sure I got them in the codex before touching that crest. I didn't find the Grace yet. There's another thing in this area. There is a Grace, but I tend to always have trouble finding it for some reason. I don't know why, but... I wish we had more towers like the Mirage Rise. I wish each tower sort of represented their sorcerer within and their personality. And, like, they'd each have, like, a different puzzle you have to solve to unlock them. Rather than them just sort of being all the sort of same, but just different flavors. Right, yeah, that's where the Scarab was. So, yeah, the Grace is over here. Awesome. Not that I'll really use this Grace, but I'll for sure grab it. I definitely want to deal with the Mirage thing before continuing. I'm gonna ignore that imp. Illusory rock. Ow! Oh, fucker threw a rock at me! Should disable Torrent in these woods, in all honesty. Should make it like the Abyssal Woods where Torrent's too afraid of Deathblight. Or something? I don't know. It would be interesting to have a couple more zones where you can't use Torrent. I like how totally devastated this place is. Like, it's been abandoned for a while, because no one can really find it. Oh my god, I am covered in blood. Unseen Blade, Unseen Form, and Starlight tokens. I don't know if these do anything different. Invisibility decreases target priority and increases resistance to true damage. Okay. Appearing unarmed decreases target priority and slightly increases attack power. So, okay, so there are actually PvE uses for those outside of just, you know... Well, I guess Unseen Form does have its uses. Being invisible can be helpful, but you need to reduce your sound as well, so it's not really all that helpful on its own. But giving it a little bit of a thing there is pretty nice. And Starlight Token is very nice as well. I will always take more of those. Okay. So that's the Mirage Tower out of the way. Okay. I did see a worm face up here. Yes, I did. I see a couple, actually. There's one patrolling and then one sitting on a rock. The withered twigs are quite nice because they're quite expensive in terms of how to craft them. So I do appreciate that. I think they could drop the other twigs, the talisman twigs that would make it so you don't lose runes on dying. But with the twigs are, I think, better, so I'm not complaining. Lovely. I'm kind of using the bridge in the middle here as sort of a marker, dividing this area in two so that I can sort of know where I have been, where I haven't been. But this is sort of, I think, where we came into these woods. Yeah, we came in here. We had a big lag spike there for some reason. I'm not sure what that was about. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else on the side. Well, there's a worm face patrolling over there. Let's go take them down. Any chance to take more of them down? Definitely gonna take it. Okay, yeah, oh, we're, I guess we're kind of circling around in a way, so I guess this, yeah, I guess let's keep going this way. So this is as far as we went in that one time, before Domnula, where we grabbed the golden seed. And yeah, we've got these ruins here. You can hear there is a scarab in there. But I'm going to ignore that scarab for now and head over this way for this bit of ruins over here. I can hear some worm faces leaking, which is definitely a sentence of all time. So yeah, there is a worm face in there. Problem is that there is not just a worm face in there, there's also a bunch of slugs, as you can see. They are everywhere. Gonna do that just to get their attention and lure them out so I can take out the slugs. Don't need to worry about them coming after me. Yeah, so they can kill the stuff in the area with the Death Blight, which is nice, I guess. And there we go. It'd be nice to have, like, the worm face on it as some kind of, like, Death Blight sorcery. Not sorcery, I guess, incantation. But, like, there's only one Death Blight spell in the game, that's Fear's Mist, and that's kind of unique, so... Just because there's a few slugs in that area, so I figured I may as well try and set fire to them. Okay, I'm gonna go in. This is probably gonna go terribly. Yeah, there we go. Got hit by one of them. When I drink, I move really weirdly, but yeah, I think I can't sprint. That's what it does. You can still roll, so I'm wrong about that, but yeah. Not being able to sprint is detrimental, obviously. I think it lowers your evasion class by 1, so I think I've got solid roll, I think, if I'm correct. It might do that, and that might be why I think it makes it so you can't roll. It's because it gave me fat roll in vanilla. Icon shield. Increases health recovery when holding guard. Oh, interesting. And it has Holy Ground as Ash of War. I don't think that's what it has in vanilla. Interesting. So yeah, while you're guarding with it, the blessed effect is stronger, I guess, which is pretty cool. Obviously ERR makes all of those sort of regen effects only apply in combat, just so they can't be cheesed, so yeah. I thought there'd be a rune piece up the back here somewhere, and there is one up here. Lovely. So this area is sort of where you will find the bulk of the worm faces. There's quite a few in this area, sort of all over the show, and there's some pretty large packs of them as well, which is quite deadly. And obviously you have the worm face boss as well. And they are another can of worms that I'll have to open at some point. So this one here you can see is got a couple of slugs with him. I'm not going to worry too much about the slugs. I'm going to try and sneak up on them. Only level 2 on Wormface. Yeah, they're also in Farah Missoula, so that's why you don't get that quite quickly in this area, because there's quite a few in Farah Missoula as well. Which, Farah Missoula is the only place you're probably guaranteed to have the boluses, because you don't get across them until mountaintops. Doop 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 boop boop doop doop boop. Oh god. I missed, and that went really poorly. I will say it is quite nice to be able to hug their crotch, and they can't do anything about it. Oh. Oh, we got fireworks going off in the background. Oh, for Pete's sake. In case anybody's wondering, I'm firmly on the side of fireworks should be illegal for general public to purchase. Like, obviously, you know, one-off events, I think it's fine, like public events, people using them. I think that's okay. But the problem is people just use fireworks all throughout the year, so like, yeah, there might be days where like you want people to be able to celebrate with fireworks, but you can't trust people not to use them on any other day. Because like, as a pet owner, it's yeah, fireworks always I just don't like them, because I've had animals in the past that have been spooked by them quite badly. And I think there are also people as well that get spooked as well by loud noises like that, so it's good for them as well if there's sort of just like, they know there's an event happening and there's fireworks going to be happening, and they don't have to worry about random fireworks throughout the year because someone's bought fireworks and just stored them. That's the thing we have here is you can't just... I see jellyfish. You can't buy fireworks all year round, you can only buy them around the time of those particular events like Guy Fawkes and stuff like that. Oh, I see one over there. But yeah, people will just hold on to them and save them for special events and stuff, and it just gets out of control. Unfortunately, people can't be trusted. There we go. These slugs are deadly. I'm just being really, really cautious in this area because I don't want to do it again. Oh, gravel stones. Very nice. Why would you shoot me in the ass? No. Bad slug. Bad. And I think there's still one more seal left, so that's fun. Oh, yeah, I can't sprint. There we go. Honestly, I'm surprised my weapon didn't bounce there, because that would have fucked me so bad. Now it's starting to deal with night showing up, which is always fun. Now it's dark. Yeah, come on, Nakey man. I want just you. Just shoot him. Let me eat a meat, because we've got quite a few of them in this area, so it feels like it's worth it now. So yeah, you can kind of see the problem here. Man, as soon as I got close, one in the back just decided it was his turn to shine. Annoying. Just wanted to hit him with an arrow there, by the way, just to stop his regen. Just keep that low health, so when I can get back in close, I can take him down a bit faster. Okay. Roll away. I did see the other one doing something, so just being a bit careful. Fuck you, man. There's always one that'll just decide to play really well with his AI. Oh, okay. I couldn't see my character there, so I had no idea I was stuck in an attack animation. That kind of sucked. Nearly got death split in there. You can kind of see how bad it can get really quickly if you're careless, like I was there. And we're still not done. That is, I think, 4 seals down. There is still one more that I know of. Because that's how many ruins there are in this area. It's like, we'll spread out, so... There we go. This is where we will get our loot. This is where it'll be, but for now, nothing in here. And that's not even the most dangerous group of worm faces, by the way. Those are somewhere down here, if I remember correctly, by the tree. Yep, here they are. Sorry if it's a bit hard to see, but just kinda the nature of this area. Yeah, there's 4 of them in this area. Just gonna keep backing away. Try and lure this one as far away from the others as possible. Try and take him out. Oh, okay, hang on. There was one in a tree there that I couldn't see because he was covered by a bush. Yeah, him. It's kind of how the trouble is. They blend in really well. They're really well designed enemies, I'll give from that. They blend in really well with this area. The other one is being weirdly aggressive and trying to keep up with me while I'm trying to take out this one, but I will just keep using bow if I have to take out this one. There we go, that's the stance break to finish. Now this one, who has been annoying me for the longest time. Beautiful. Man, that dodge there, where I'm just like, oh shit, he's gonna spit on me, dodge, dodge, dodge. But no, he stance broke before that happened. Thank God. So, yeah, I think that's all the ones in this area here cleared out. And I think there is just some in the ruins here. And then I think worm faces, I think, mostly are done. There's still the big one. I think there's a couple of minor ones still left around after that, but we're nearly there. Oh. There's still slugs around, apparently. There's the scarab, but yeah, I can see him there. I wonder if I can shoot him through the wall here, if it'll let me. Oh, but maybe. Beautiful. I can see one on the other side. That is Wormface. That's the big one. That's Wormface. I'm mostly worried about the lesser ones, and oh, there's a slug. There's still slugs in here, but they're not much of a threat. I want to get the scarab. Golden butt slam, let's go. Nice. Very solid Ash of War. Obviously. You get the Nomadic Warriors Cookbook, number 19. Take a look at that in a second. And somewhere the path has opened. Beautiful. And Lost Ashes times 2. As always, it's times 2 at this point. Cool. So this is Sweet Raisins and Warming Stone. Sweet Raisins obviously are for Torrent, so not something I particularly care about, but it is a thing. One of them left an item that I didn't pick up. Nice. Who the hell was living down here? Wrath of Gold. Oh! Smithing Stone 6. It was worth it. Wrath of Gold I don't really care about, but Smithing Stone 6, that I do care about. That is incredible. Okay. This is going to be one of the longer episodes that I'm going to do, by the way, just because I want to get all of these woods done. And I feel like this has been a pretty good, longer episode. So, do have scarabs there, but I don't particularly care about the scarabs right now. Yeah, there's a worm face there. And they're sort of wandering into an ambush laid by the soldiers there, so we'll leave them to that. We'll head over to this one over here. This is another ambush, but for us, and it is by slugs. But I don't want to get ambushed by no slugs, so I should deal with that. So yeah, they're gonna die horribly because they're facing a lesser Wormface, and they're not equipped for that. So they're very much dead. Yeah, just a little bit dead. Oh, and they've got golden eyes too. We found a boss lesser Wormface, it seems. Okay, got my charged R2, let's get out of there. Okay. Not what I was expecting to do. They kind of rushed towards me and I was expecting them to do a melee attack, but I guess not. No. Okay, no. I'm getting sketchy feelings. I'm not dying. Just yeah, was not feeling it because of those golden eyes. I just know. No. If he didn't have those golden eyes, I would have killed him with melee, but he had those golden eyes, and I'm like, nah, not happening, nah, fuck that shit. I am not dealing with that, I refuse. Done too well with these woods so far to fall near the end here. Fulgur Bloom, you know, I'll take it. Not exactly good loot, not exactly bad loot, it's just loot. Doesn't seem to be anything over here. There's another skull that I'll take though. I can still hear coughing everywhere, which makes me think I've missed some in some other locations, but I'm fairly sure we've cleared out all of them except for the big worm face. Unfortunately, FromSoft hates you and me and everyone, and it's personal. So they decided that this Wormface wouldn't be difficult enough on his own, so they decided to put some Guardians here as well. I kind of want them to come to me at this point, because they're not gonna... They don't play very well with arrows, they tend to dodge them. And if you're wondering how many Guardians there are exactly 3. So if you've killed less than 3, then there is still Guardians around. So yeah, that's the worm face. And then I think there's one that hangs out over this way. I don't know where they are. There's one there. And then there's the one that hangs out by these ruins, but I don't know where they are. Obviously the fear is getting ganked. Yeah, there they are. none of them have been removed, none of them have been changed. There is exactly 3 of them, and if you don't kill 3 of them, don't approach the worm face. That is rule number 1, and Poe's most golden advice for this worm face is you need to kill these 3. And so now there is just this one. I'll just rely on the fact that they'll probably see me to aggro them. There they go. They skittle-scattle just out of my range. Okay, let's not die to these guys. Like, holy crap, they're annoying. There's the bleed proc, finally. I do get a flask back for taking them down, which I'm going to immediately drink. Okay. Right. I'm going to switch over to the other one because there's just a higher boost. I'm also going to put these on the bar as well to really be sure that we are good and golden for this boy. So, yeah. This is going to be a little bit scary, but we'll see. That is the Deathblight Rain, so just get distance. They're going to spit forward, so run vertically to avoid. And you really want to try and stay close, because you'll avoid a lot of their more annoying attacks. There are rocks everywhere as well, and it being night makes this even harder because I can't see very well where the rocks are. Okay. So Deathblight is building up quite high, so I'm going to back out and use a bolus. Deathblight Rain, so run away. Obviously, like the lesser worm faces, weak to the head. Okay. If you mash, you'll be fine. But that's why you want to try and stay full health. Deathblight Rain. I'm going to pop another meat. I think the last one ran out, so let me pop that. Okay. Okay. Mash, 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 mash. Once you see your health stop going down, you're free to stop mashing. Okay. Mash, 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 mash. It's quite difficult to mash shoulder buttons fast enough, but hey, I can do it. Ooh. Lovely. I knew I could survive Deathblight Rain if I killed them. Awesome! Awesome, awesome, awesome. Principal Crystal Tear, Speckled Hard Tear, and a single rune piece. So yeah, Speckled Hard Tear obviously boosts resistance and heals status, which is pretty nice, and then temporarily boosts max HP as well. So some pretty nice things there, I will say. Oh boy. My fingers hurt from those button mashing to get out of those damn combos. The grab is the most lethal thing. I think a change I suggested for that was it should instead build Deathblight rather than doing so much damage, but that never got implemented, so it does a massive chunk of damage, unfortunately. But yeah, that's these entire ruins. Well, this entire forest, I guess, not just the ruins here cleared out. We didn't really go up this path here, but there's nothing up there, but we did do the Mirage Rise, did the Woodfolk Ruins, and did the Wormface boss, so yeah. And I'm fairly sure I killed at least 90% of the lesser Wormfaces. Maybe one or two that I missed, but I highly doubt it. I think I got all of them. And I think that's the first time I've done that, by the way. Cleared these woods in their entirety without dying once. Normally, I think the best I've done in the past is I got all the way to the end and then died to Wormface, which, yeah, expected to happen, because Wormface can be pretty tough. Particularly those grabs. If they had tried to grab me while I was healing, then it would have been game over. It would have been GG. But we got lucky. And it's also quite nice that it's literally just turning to day now, which is really good. Managed to, I think, clear this out in a single in-game day-night cycle, which is pretty good. I'm just finishing clearing up some things. Just picking up some various miscellaneous materials and whatnot that I just want. Okay. I think we can head into the mine now and then end off. I hope you guys didn't mind the longer episode, but I really wanted to just clear these woods out all in one go, which we managed to do, so I'm pretty happy with that. Doesn't seem like there's anything on the way down here, but I always check. Oh boy.
Share them with me.
2 whole levels. Holy shit, nice. And yeah, since we're done with Deathblight, let's switch our equipment back to, well, the default, I guess. Back to you, and back to Eccentric, which is... yeah, okay. And switch back to the seal, and take the meat and stuff off the bar. Beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had an absolute blast doing that. It was actually, those woods were actually fun for a change because I didn't die doing them. But I'll say once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, guys. Have a good one.